Hi guys, once again you are all welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel, Mano Series Official. So today too we are here to look at or continue with our spoilers on Jodha Akbar. We are looking at the battle between evil and good. The battle between evil and good. We are looking at how Jalal and Jodha's love life got threatened by the effects or magic with Laboni. So Laboni came into the lives of Jalal and Jodha, and then she threatened their love life using magic. And we are looking at how both Jalal and Jodha were able to save each other. Now, we may have noticed that now the magic is mostly working on Jalal, and Jodha is now trying to save Jalal. Was Jodha able to save Jalal and kill Laboni? This is what this particular episode is going to talk about, or this particular part 3. We've looked at part 1 and part 2 already, so this video is going to talk about the part 3 of that particular scene. So this scene is going to talk about how Jodha was able to save Jalal from the effect or the magic of Laboni, and then she killed Laboni. But will it end there? What is coming is the most interesting one you can't afford to miss, because when Laboni died, she therefore possessed Jodha and used Jodha against her will. That's where she used Jodha to slap Rooks repeatedly. So you can't afford to miss the videos which are coming. So like I said, this particular video is talking about how Jodha was able to kill Laboni and save Jalal. And I asked, will it end there? No. There are more coming, so stay tuned. Don't go away. Stay tuned. Subscribe so that when we upload the videos, you'll be the first person to get them and then watch them.
Another spoilers alert here. Stay tuned for more. This episode's only talks about how Laboni came into Jalal and Jodha's loves and used her magic on them. Scene 1. Jalal is playing chess with Rux. Rux is impressed with his skills. She is involved in playing when suddenly Laboni does magic and spreads smoke in room. Rux, pawns all are stoned. She asks Jalal to come with her. She says to Rux that, "Play here alone and I will play my game." She takes Jalal with him. Yogi Uday is moving towards palace. He says eclipse night has come. I have to reach fast. Damo starts her last part of magic. She recites some mantras, put beads in water and does magic on fire. Jalal's face is shown is water. She smirks at her success. Laboni thinks, I can't take Jalal out of palace from main gate. All will know about it. I have removed Jodha from my way with difficulty. I can't take risk. How to take Jalal out? She says there must be some secret way out to this palace. She does magic on beads. She throws bead on floor. They start moving and shows her secret way out to palace. Jalal is following her. They are going out when she finds soldier coming. She gets tensed. Soldier greets Jalal and leaves. Laboni follows beads. She finds secret gate and takes Jalal out of palace. Scene 2. Laboni and Jalal are going in jungle. Laboni sings and dances. She comes to Damo, who laughs and says the time has come when you will get what you wanted. Laboni says, you taught me to get what you desire. Damo gives water to her and says magic is done on it. You have to drink it. Laboni is about to drink it, but Damo says, you can drink it only after Jalal's body become blue. Take him to isolated place. Apply red powder on his body. I will do mantra and his body will become blue, then he will be yours forever. Laboni takes Jalal with her. Jodha is in jungle too and says how to stop that magician. Yogi comes there. Jodha says, thank God you came. Yogi asks, what are you doing here? I asked you to not leave Jalal alone. Jodha says, I have left for his good only. She tells him how Laboni blackmailed her. Yogi says, you did good by not warning Laboni and listening to her. I have got dagger from priest. We will finish their magic with this. Laboni brings Jalal to some isolated room in jungle. She comes closer to Jalal and says, you will become mine today. You will say and do what I want you to do. Jalal is standing like statue. Laboni removes Jalal's jewelry. Yogi and Jodha are going in jungle. Jodha says, it's all fog here. How will we move forward? Yogi says, this is done by that magician. Damo is busy in her magic. Yogi says to Jodha that they have surrounded themselves with fog so that no one can reach them. He says, I will control Damo with this dagger as she is protecting her daughter, but you will have to control Laboni. Jodha asks how? Yogi gives her some hair lock of dog and says, put this in Laboni's body. Her magic will end when this hair go in her body. but it can be dangerous. Jodha says I am not afraid of result, I just want to save Jalal, but how will I do it? Yogi says Laboni must have water with her, she has to drink it before getting Jalal. You have to put this hair in that water. I will. Stop her mother Damo, but Laboni should not see you else she can kill you. Jodha says to save Jalal even if I have to die, I will have no problem. Laboni opens Jalal's shirt. She applies red powder on his body. Jodha is going to Laboni. She takes off anklet from feet to not get caught by their sound. She comes to isolated place. She hides and finds Jalal lying on bed. She says I will save Jalal. Recap: Laboni drinks water. Jodha is lying on floor. She looks at Laboni. Scene 1: Jodha sees Jalal and the blood on his body. She sees Laboni and says, what has she made of my husband? She recalls what the Jogi said, that she has to put these hair in the pot. Jodha sees the pot and says, how do it get it? Damo says, I have made this fog cover all over me, no one will be able to see me. She says, Odd hey Nath, you came again. Odd hey Nath says, I had to come, you thought you can use your black magic to do this evil. Damo says, you don't know about my powers yet, you can't stop me. Laboni says, who is there? Come in front of me. Odd hey says, I won't let you do this. I know your powers, but I will stop you. She creates a fire circle around her. His parrot comes and hits Damo a little. The parrot falls down. Dami says, your pal is dead now. Jodha goes near Jalal. Her head starts bleeding. Laboni comes in and throttles her. She says, I asked you not to come in between. Not you see the consequences. She shoves Jodha and says, I asked you not to come. She shives her again. Laboni says, I won't leave you nor your husband. I wanted to take Jalal from you. I will take you life as well. Jodha shoves her and says, my love is stronger than your magic. Laboni says, I will see how you stop me. Stop me if you can. She hit Jodha. Jalal opens his eyes. Laboni keeps doing her tricks. Jalal jitters. Laboni says, you will die in front of your husband. See him in my arms. Jodha is weak. Laboni laughs at Jalal. Odd hey throws a fireball at Damo and says, your end is written today. She defends it. Her head bleeds. A fireball strikes her and she is on a blaze. Her body burns. Laboni drinks from that pot. Jodha says, help me God, take care of Shehenshaw. Laboni says, no one can save you or Jalal now. She goes closer to Jalal. Her hands are on a blaze. Jodha recalls putting hair in the pot. Laboni screams. Her body starts to burn. Jodha goes to Jalal and says, Shehenshaw, get up please. Jalal caresses Jodha's face. She says, you are all right. You are out of that magic now. He says, what magic? And what are these wounds? Jodha says she was not Leela. She tells him everything. Jalal says, what would have happened if she was successful? She says, I won't let that happen. You are my life. Jalal says, I will be with you all my life. Odd hey is sitting with his back against the tree. Blood is dripping down his nose. He opens his eyes. There is just a black spot on Damo's place. He stands up and touches it. Jodha and Jalal come there. He says, Jodak, I gave my life for you. Jodha says, I am so sorry to hear that. Odd hey says, you have to lose something to do something good. I am glad it's over. Jalal says, I will always be grateful. Come to our castle, we will welcome you there. Odd hey says, the walls of castles never fascinate me. Jodha says, come with us and get the treatment. Odd hey says, we have all the treatment in this jungle. I have to do the funerals of Jodak. He sits there and takes Jodak's ash in his palm. He leaves. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more updates. Please